Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the New York Mets and the Arizona Diamondbacks. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Coming up on the first pitch, and today's starting pitcher, Corbin Burnes. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Francisco Lindor, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. The 0-1. Late swing, foul to the left. And here it comes. Foul ball, still 0-2. And that's in the dirt.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Stays alive. And a ball evens the count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
3-2.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. And it's caught for the out. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And it's fouled away. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And misses inside.
Still just the 2nd batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
That's inside, and that's ball 3. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Cut on and miss, struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
2 down, bases empty. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. On the ground. And that one handled. On to first. And that takes care of Alonso. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. And now Arizona gets its first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Chase Field and towing the slab, Clay Holmes. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
This is Corbin Carroll. That one misses, and it's 1-0.
Here's a fun fact on Corbin, and I don't know if everyone remembers their first jersey, but Carroll certainly does. He used to rock an Ichiro Suzuki growing up.
Fought off foul. Missed with a changeup and a count 2-1.
1 strike.
And that one missing low. And a foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
It was a healthy cut, but the same can't be said for the contact. He got just enough of the ball to put it in play, and that's all he needed. Tough play for the defense on what was kind of a swinging bunt.
And now Geraldo Perdomo. Headed towards the corner. Nimmo running hard to get it. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
Off the bat, I thought they were going to score their first run of the game, and that feels like a tough break. But look at the bright side. Really good contact at the plate, and now they're working with not just 1 but 2 runners in scoring position, so they'd love another base hit right here.
Here's Gurriel. Golden opportunity right here. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
No balls. 1 strike.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. 1 runs in. The second run scores, and they take a 2-run lead.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
No outs, runner at first. Now up next for Arizona, Josh Naylor. Up
Ball
and
1.
in. And that's ball 1. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
There's a strike, 95 of that one. Gurriel gets his lead at first, nobody out. Out to center. Taylor under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter.
Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And that's up onto the walkway and out of here. That's worth the price of admission. It's 4-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So 1 out, nobody on. Eugenio Suarez stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
And here is Gabriel Moreno. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
And another ball.
2-0.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Pitch misses. 3-2 now. Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. That gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
First inning and already up to 23 pitches. Comes up empty.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
That one inside. Look out. One, two now. Grounder might be 2. Tags the runner for 1. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Brandon Nimmo. Burns back to work. That's outside, and that's ball one.
I'm sure he likes the 5-0 lead and the run support, but he's sat around a lot since warming up in the pen, and you'd hate to see a guy not have his rhythm to go out there and have a great start.
That one the other way, and foul ball.
5-run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention.
Toss to Naylor. One up, one down.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Mark Vientos now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Vientos measures 6 feet 4 inches, hitting 5th in today's lineup, and he was a second-round pick back in 2017.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone, well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. One out, bases empty.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Next offering is in the dirt. One down, base is empty, and it remains 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Hard hit left side. Perdomo on to first. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out.
The designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
Here's Jesse Winker.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
And first offering is fouled off. And that is out of play. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the Mets. It's 5-0. Back here in the desert, we head to the bottom of the second. Here's the second baseman, number 13.
Tawa.
That misses. Ball one. Swing and a miss.
1-1.
Singy wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location. Sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
The right fielder,
And quickly
number
one
7,
away in the second.
Corbin Carroll.
So the lineup flips over. Corbin Carroll will hit next. Foul ball. Next offering upstairs.
Ball. 2-1.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Geraldo.
2 outs, base is
Perdomo.
empty. Geraldo Perdomo, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. And he chases that one below the zone.
No ball.
The strong
1 strike.
second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Next pitch is outside.
1 ball. 1
2
strike.
outs, base is empty. That one catches the zone. Going to count 1 and 2. On the ground to first. That ends the frame. Offense held in check there. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Diamondbacks 5 and the Mets nothing. Top half of the
Leading
third
off for the
inning.
Mets,
Here's the catcher for the Mets,
number 4,
Francisco Alvarez.
Alvarez.
Tap foul at the plate. Burns ready to fire now. And that's in for a strike.
0-2.
And that skips in the dirt. Now fly ball to right center. Carroll moving under it and makes the grab. 1 away.
Batting 8, the second baseman, Jeff.
And now here's Jeff
McNeil.
McNeil. The part about Burns' journey that's so interesting, former 4th-round pick out of St. Mary's where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. This one in the air right field. Carroll. 2 away.
Batting 9, the center fielder,
And next for the
Tyrone
Mets, Tyrone Taylor. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That just misses. And that is ball 1.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-1.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Down in order go the Mets. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. As we go to the last of the third, and the batter now, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Fly ball down the line. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, the first baseman, Josh.
Here's Josh Naylor. He's 0 for 1. And ball 1.
No
movement in the bullpen. Max Kranick up and loosening in the pen. The 1-0. And a big swing and a miss.
1-1.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Pavin.
So next is the designated hitter for the D-backs, Pavin Smith. He's already homered in this game.
As a batter, he's known for performing better in these night games. He might start 2 for 2 in this one.
And that one missing inside a sharp slider.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Next offering is fouled back. Naylor leads off first with 1 away. Slides, but he can't come up with it. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Love how he let
Now
that ball
batting,
travel,
the third baseman,
trusted his
Hail
hands. Nice
Hail.
job of going the other way.
Suarez.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Clay Holmes won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Max Kranick.
32.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. That catches the outside corner. 0-1. One out. Runners at first and second. Line drive and foul ball.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
In the dirt, but kept close. Runners at first and second with one gone here in the last half of the third. Next offering upstairs.
2-2.
Now one miss.
2 strike.
Clearly he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
The kick, the 3-2, and that'll
That's
load the
four. Take your
bases.
base.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the
Up
pitch he
next
has
for
the
the
most confidence
Diamondbacks,
in right now.
the catcher,
Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So they're all loaded
Moreno.
up. And here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Just missed.
Pressure's on right
Two
here.
balls,
2-0
no strike.
count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
The next
Ball
pitch
three.
misses. 3-0.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Base hit. 1 run is in. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases still loaded and still only 1 away.
With the bases juiced, he refused to get pull happy. He stayed within himself, drove the ball to center field. That'll get across a run.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Thomas getting ready to hit. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. That's out to center field. Taylor makes the catch. Runners tagging from second and third.
No,
and he
great.
boots it. Now it's the second
Now
baseman.
batting, second baseman, Tim Tawa.
And he swings and misses at the initial
0-1.
offering. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Taylor makes the play, and that's the 3rd out. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. 3 innings complete. It's the Diamondbacks 7 and the Mets nothing. And we're back. And here is Francisco Lindor. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And first offering is fouled off. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Gurriel under it. Hauls it in for the out.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
Bounce to the right side. And that chance handled. Slings to first. They get the out on Soto.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. Grounded out his first time. In there for strike 1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
No ball.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Mets go down quickly. They continue to trail 7-0. Back here at Chase Field, ready to go. Bottom four. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Corbin Carroll. First pitch misses.
Well, these Diamondbacks really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the third, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Soto pulls that one down, and there's one away. So if they're looking to feast, are you saying they've already got a plate but are looking to go back for seconds?
Yeah, I'd say something like that.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. That one way inside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Rips that one center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting,
2 down.
the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
2 down, base is empty. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Lined into right. Soto makes the grab, and that is that. And the Diamondbacks down in order, but they're still in control. It's 7-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's Brandon Nimmo. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Nimmo goes 6 feet 3 inches, 31 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Mark Vientos.
And now it's Mark Vientos. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
1 strike.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Winker batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Pitch
1-1.
misses there. 1-1.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder. Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. Not going their way. It's 7-0. Back here in the desert, bottom of the inning, and now it's Josh Naylor.
For the Diamondbacks, the first baseman, Josh
Kranick back to work.
Naylor.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
You know, these D-backs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
And a swing and a miss. 1 down.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Designated hitter,
And the batter now, Pavin Smith. He's already homered here in this one. And that one in the air center field. Taylor under it. He's got it. There's 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Eugenio.
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 8-0.
So impressive how he was able to go down and get this fastball, but yet get it up in the air, hit it far enough to get out of this ballpark.
Gabriel Moreno digs in now. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Alvarez makes the catch, and that will end the inning. D-backs get 1 on the solo jack. It's now an 8-0 game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Francisco Alvarez. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
The batter number 1, second baseman, Jeff
McNeil stands in. Flied to right his first time. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Next offering is down low. Alvarez aboard here at first with nobody out. That misses off the outside edge. And that one fouled off. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Missed
3-2.
inside with the curve. The other way. Nice grab.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. He was a strikeout victim his first time. On the ground, 2 ball. To second, there's 1. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. Another frame in the books as the perfect game falls by the wayside. It's the Diamondbacks 8 and the Mets nothing. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, you know, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going?
Second baseman.
Overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
Here's the second baseman. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. And another ball. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Taylor snags it for the second out.
The right fielder, number 7.
Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. 1 for 3. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And that keeps the inning going.
The batter, number 2. Shortstop, Geraldo.
And now the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Lifted in the air, right center field. Taylor moving under it. Makes the grab, and that is that. 1 hit, 1 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 8 and the Mets nothing. Back here at Chase Field, new inning getting started. Now it's the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
He's got a rare skill set out there on the mound. Even when he's low on energy, his stuff still has bite to it. You just don't see it flattening out just because he's tired. He's still delivering good action.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Mets, the right fielder, Juan.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Juan Soto now, 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and heart of the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Runner at first with no outs here. Nice stop from his backside. 1 at second on the nailer. They get 2.
This defense came to play tonight. We're seeing some awesome pitching, but a huge part of this shutout so far has been the defense making great plays like that behind their pitcher. They feed off of one another, make great pitches, make great plays defensively.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for New York, Pete Alonso. And that one is in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Carroll pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Mets. Still 8-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's going to be Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Gurriel.
Gurriel gets a piece.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there. But you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty.
The first baseman.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Josh Naylor.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Ball one, no strikes. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Pavin.
One down. Next to hit for Arizona, Pavin Smith. Foul ball there. Ground ball could be 2. And he can't come up with it. 1 at second. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it.
Well, that was clearly a double play ball, but the bobble unfortunately prevented him from being able to get 2. But a good job to stay with it and make sure you got at least 1.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Eugenio Suarez. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Ground ball left side. Toss to Alonso. Inning over. So 1 hit is all they get. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Diamondbacks 8 and the Mets nothing. Back here in the desert, here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
Burns back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And that's in for a strike. In the dirt, and a count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Corbin Burns the strikeout. Went right after him with that 2-strike pitch as he continues to roll on the mound.
Yeah, he's not out there trying to nibble at all. He is attacking the strike zone, and I think when your confidence builds as the start goes on, still putting up all zeros on the scoreboard, gives you a lot of confidence that you can really continue to go after these hitters. And
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. That's it for Corbin Burns. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching for the
Ryan
Diamondbacks,
Nelson comes on now.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
So now here's the DH, Jesse Winker, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. And that'll do it.
Now pitching for
Back
New
now,
York.
new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
70.
bottom of the 8th, Jose Butto.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So digging in,
Leading
Gabriel
up for the
Moreno.
Diamondbacks, the catcher, Gabriel.
Butto, 26 years old,
Moreno.
and he was born in Venezuela. Out towards right center field. Soto going after it. He's got it, and there's one down.
Every day during
center
batting
fielder,
practice, these
number
outfielders
5,
get about
Alex
10 minutes of balls in the
Thomas.
gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Alec Thomas now. Swinging a foul straight back. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. In the air, left field. Nimmo sizes this one up, puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the
2
second
down,
baseman,
base is empty.
Tim
Now it's the second baseman.
Hawa.
And that drops in for a strike. That's
One ball,
inside.
1 strike.
And
2 balls, 1
downstairs.
strike.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And that one lifted in the air center field. Taylor should have this one. Makes the catch, inning over. So they go quietly there through 8 full. It's the Diamondbacks 8 and the Mets nothing. And we're back.
Leading off for
Digging
the
in,
Mets,
Francisco
the catcher, number 4,
Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider.
No
And
ball,
it's 0-1.
1 strike.
And there's a foul ball. Caught him looking for the K.
The batter number
Jeff
1.
McNeil
Second
will hit
baseman,
next.
Jeff McNeil.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Oh, the throw is wild. No advance, though. Ball didn't get too far away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tyrone.
One gone, runner at first.
Taylor.
And now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Swinging a foul out of play. And it's fouled away. And that's a strikeout looking. And they're down to their last out. Here's Francisco
Now
Lindor.
batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Diamondbacks take this one in a blowout.
Well, this team was ready from the first pitch of the ball game, swinging the bats, scoring runs, just very aggressive. I feel like they set the tone, and that tone created a momentum that took them all the way to the finish line. Nice win today.
8-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long